This is the L405 Range Rover, and I love it. But there is a problem. Well, actually there's quite a few problems, but specifically it won't start. I'm going to diagnose the problem and hopefully fix it. Okay, so normally foot on the brake. Nothing. Nope. Low battery. Start engine. I would if I could. So here is how to start the engine on your Range Rover. .35 volts with the engine running. I would expect more. So the alternator is working, but the power is not getting to the battery. When the problem first occurred, I didn't do that simple check with the voltmeter, so I bought one of these. And that didn't really fix the problem. This is the smaller auxiliary start-stop battery. So then I bought one of these, and that didn't really fix the problem either. So then I bought one of these, which is the alternator. But then I remembered I've had this problem before, although not quite the same. It wouldn't start. And it wouldn't start with the booster either. Here's how I fixed that one. I've disconnected the B8 res and both positive and negative terminals, put pieces of wood underneath so they can't accidentally make contact. Tried to jack it up with my little Halford's 2-ton trolley jack. Bail, doesn't have the lift, so got in there with this one. Inner wing off. Got myself in here. Start to kind of investigate where's this starter motor. It probably goes this way. That's a good old wire, isn't it? That's going to go there. Yeah, I mean everything else looks absolutely perfect, so it's got to be the starter motor. I'll persevere. Let's give it a go. I'll just put the terminals back on and tuck the wire in for now. See what we get. Same click. Readjusted my dodgy cable. Brum brum. She lives! So it's that simple. Every time I want to start the car, all I have to do is take off the wheel, pull back the inner wing, hold that wire on there, start it, put the wheel back on and drive away. Made a new living hinge because the old living hinge snapped. Okay, let's see if it works. Battery's back on, that's all connected up. That's high up, all right. Let's see. She lives again. Yes. looks absolutely terrible. Okay, so this one is coming from the positive pin. Yeah. That wire goes back and down. It comes out here and into there. But that looks charred and rusty. That does not look good at all. That feels really loose. And this one goes back to the battery. Seems the best of them all. Looks awful. And then this one is the one that's going to the starter and probably coming from the alternator as well. So this is almost certainly the problem. Okay, so quick word on safety. This is totally unsafe. You should never work off the jack. So don't do what I do. Safety first. Okay, so we'll get this stripped back and have a look, see what we've got. Yeah, this is a problem. So this grease, I put the grease in there to prevent it from rusting. That has not worked. Don't do that. So my concern here is that as I try and undo this, it's going to turn the whole bolt, and I'm going to need a new one of these, which I don't have. Yay, I was right. Okay, excellent. Excellent. There's a lot of burnt plastic material in there, and I could smell a burning smell, so 100% this is the problem. Obviously I should have disconnected the battery, that's why, so I'll do that now. As I said, safety first every time. Every time. It's all burnt. Okay, so I have totally bodged this because I'm limited on my options, and that's the way I like to do things. So what I had to do is swap the pole wire from the engine bay up top, because this just turns now and doesn't undo, and that's loose because it used to have the wire from the alternator going into there to pack out the space and make it a bit tighter. But what's been happening is, as the insulation has burnt off, it was clamping onto the insulation, and that was why it was loose before. And then with it being loose, it's started arcing and burning, which has burnt the connector terminal block, which I don't have another one of, so I need to get one of those. So this alternator and starter used to live with the booster pole. I've swapped it now so it's directly onto the battery one, so that together they are tight on that, and I get good voltage from the battery to the starter and from the alternator back to the battery. So the limiting factor is, this is not a great connection, but I shouldn't need it because I won't be boosting it off, because the battery is new and good and this connection is new and good, and this will work temporarily until I get a new connector block for here, and then I can Dremel this off and correct this arrangement. I also need probably a new cable for the starter alternator here, which will have the correct terminal spade connector on the end, which can then clamp up, and that'll be good for another 10 years. For now, this is all I can do. So let's test it. Power. Good strong start, lots of power coming through. We'll test the voltage at the battery now, see if we're good. Okay, let's test the battery voltage. What we got? 14.3, I'll take that. That'll charge nicely. So looking forward to your guys' comments. They're just going to be amazing. Can't wait for that. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.